Welcome on in, everybody. It's your good buddy, the King of Schlock here, coming to you all the way live from my hometown in New Orleans to wherever you may be tonight. And I see we already have my good buddy Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo, all up into the house. Welcome on in there, Waldo. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Get your butt on in here and let's hear from you. We are doing a little classic retro tonight. I've been doing that all this week and probably will keep it going until I do my week marathon here in a few days. But as far as these rando late night streams, I'm finding my stride with some retro goodness. And some Red Bull goodness at the same time here. I love me some retro. I am retro. I am the living embodiment of retro. Even my shirt says retro. So that is what we are celebrating this week. Some retro fun, getting back to my retro roots. And speaking to roots, and check this out now. This right here, and Waldo, I know you like the Squaresoft games. I know that you are a full-on nerd bird, my friend. And this game right here, okay, makes me question my value in life. All right, I am a self-proclaimed maestro of Final Fantasy VI. This game is, I've got a wavelength on this game, all right? I've been playing it since 1994 when it came out. And I like to think that this is a game that I can proudly and without hyperbole say I am a professional at. But this is the T edition, my friends. This is the mean edition. This is the cruel edition. This is the edition that does not like me. So we're going to see if your uncle here is capable of running through it, or is it going to run through me? Let's find out. You said here, you doing all right? Just got back home from visiting some friends in Tennessee. Hey, Strawberry Doll, are you from Memphis? Because you're the only 10 I see. Welcome on in there, Strawberry. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Good to see ya. How have I been, Waldo? I've been doing fan-freaking-tastic. It says here, this Japanese ROM hack is quite old. Some music will play incorrectly. That's fine. Let's see here. It said here, I've been to Memphis. We went to Memphis for the first time, my wife and I, a few years ago. I did not realize that Elvis was that big of a deal in Memphis. I always thought Elvis was from Nashville. I did not know that he got his big start in Memphis. So, I guess the same way that, like Louis Armstrong is the big icon of New Orleans, well, Elvis is the big icon of Memphis. But how have you been doing there, Strawberry? And how was your trip there, Waldo? Did you enjoy visiting your friends? Let me know, what did y'all do? What did y'all get up to? The only thing that I wanted to do in Memphis that I did not get a chance to do is Jerry Lawler, the wrestler, owns a barbecue restaurant in downtown Memphis. And I did not even know it was a thing until we got there and we're trying to figure out where to eat. And I see on the street a Jerry Lawler, the restaurant. All right, and that's all I want to do is eat there. And sadly, it was not open. But here we go, folks. This, for those of you who don't know, is the Final Fantasy VI T edition. It is a ROM hack of the original game. And let me tell you something, it does not fuck around with you, okay? Like I said, it does not love you. It does not want to be your friend. And it's going to mess your world over. It's going to mess my world over. But let's see here. See, when you peek into the Discord, let me know when the pig emotes came in. We'll send the files in a second. Oh, please do. Yes. Pig emotes. Let's get them. All right, so I've only played through this once. And I got my ass handed to me in it. So let's take a look at what is different. All right, first thing that's different is I noticed that Vix and Wedge both have Tech Missile in their regular arsenal. All right, in the original game, only Terra had access to Tech Missile. All right, so that's the first change. But we're gonna blow these guards up. Okay, easy enough start. Can't go wrong with that. Waldo says it was all right. I took my PC and played, streamed Pow World with them. I took over their kitchen table because there wasn't anywhere else. Was going to replace the radio and the Firebird while there, and we didn't do that. Well, good. Because you're on vacation. You don't need to be working. But they can replace their own radio. Unless it's your car, in which case, my condolences on you not getting it replaced. So this game right, let me ask y'all something. Between Waldo and Strawberry, have y'all ever played Final Fantasy VI? Waldo, I feel like you have. I feel like we've talked about it. Oh, it's your car? Oh, well, shit then, Waldo. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's say, but you'll get it. Here's the thing. You got plenty of time. The Firebird's already a classic, my friend. It's already survived the test of time. It'll wait for you. What is wrong with it? Why do you want to replace it? Or is it just like an upgrade? I am old enough to remember back when if you wanted a CD player in your car, you had to go to a audio center and pay out the ass to have one installed and put in. I remember I actually paid like $300 to have a CD player put into my Geo Metro when I had that piece of shit car. And I mean, I was glad to have it. I liked having it, but it was pricey. It wasn't cheap. All right, off to a good start so far. We're killing everything and nothing has killed us. All right. Strawberry says, I played maybe 2 Final Fantasy games, but I was super young and don't remember which ones they were, and I definitely never finished them. Well, my friend, I am doing this then for your memories. All right, you will live vicariously through me, and your success will be accomplished through mine here. If I can actually manage to beat this. I actually struggled with this when I played. I did not think it was possible for me to struggle with Final Fantasy VI. I can't speak for any other Final Fantasy game. All right, I'm going to check them out there, Strawberry, probably after the stream. Because this retro emulator is hell on my bit rates for some reason. So I'm kind of afraid to, like, open anything up. Let me see if I can do it on my phone, though. Let's take a look here. Are they in my DMs? Well, let's see. Piggy emotes. For me? For moi? Oh, here we go. I like this. You may end up having to use a background remover if it is not transparent because I think it looks good. This is amazing. I love this. I love this. You are the best, my friend. You are absolute the best. If you want to upload that into the Discord emotes, go for it. And then I'll have to, if you can send me the files in the 3 different sizes, that's where I need to put it on Twitch. Let's see here. But I do want to add it. Of course I want to add it. Anything that you take the time to get from me, my friend, you know I won't. What am I going to be like? No. I require a certain level of emoji on my stream. Oh, the artist is moving. Is it the same artist that's got the bill one coming and the pegging one coming? They are slow. But I'm still looking forward to it. That is right, Waldo. Well, that is right. I am getting 2 emotes coming courtesy of our very own Strawberry Doll. And one of them is a reference, of course, to the pegging, you know, my constant pegging comments. And the other one is Bill falling down with a comment. Down he goes. And Little Dingo coming in. Long time no see, gorgeous. Welcome on in, my baby. And you have a cat cameo request. Let me see where those rascals are. Here we go. Just for you there, Minimal. Just for you there. Welcome in, Little Dingo. I have missed you. I have missed you too. And look who came to see you. Our very own Juju. She said, here I am. How you been there, Little Dingo? You are the best, my baby. Get on in here. Fill me in on where you been and what you been up to. There's Juju for you. There you said you were fucking up this ramen. What kind of ramen you got there? Let's see what we got here. Dingo, I love your username in my Discord. I will let you type it in if you want, but it's hilarious. And flattering as hell. So this right here, for those of you just joining in, is Final Fantasy VI T Edition, alright? This is a ROM hack that is famously fucking impossible. And I am a master of this game. So, I feel like if anybody is equipped to take this on, It is me. All right, Final Fantasy VI is my bitch. I may as well change the name of it to Final Fantasy Bitch. All right, and then in parentheses, just be like, for Caleb. Because I am the doctor of thugonomics when it comes to this game, all right? But T Edition is supposedly going to break me and leave me crying on the side of the road. I gotta find out how true that is. Creamy chicken, and you added cheese. My wife makes a mean ramen. She puts a lot of effort into it, but she always, hold on, right there. She always puts in eggs, which y'all know me. Everybody who knows, and Caleb knows, I don't mess with eggs. Alright, I don't touch them. I don't like them. Alright, the only thing I like to do with eggs is throw them at cars. Shlock's pet, there it is. I love that. I saw that and I was like, aww. Wolf Girls, what is going on, my baby? You are the true OG around these parts. Welcome in, Wolfie. How the hell have you been, my baby? Get on in here. Catch on up with us. So how have y'all been? How have you been, Dingo? What have you been up to? How's your channel? How's your life going? Wolf Girl, same question to you. It's been a while. Fill me in. For those of you just joining, this is the T Edition for Final Fantasy VI. It's supposed to make me cry. I'm gonna find out. Did it always smell so good, but I cannot handle the spice? I do not like spicy ramen either. Okay, I'm not too proud to admit that. Alright, spicy ramen, like, especially the ones my wife eats, she eats this one brand that is, I mean, Hawk might like it, since you say he likes, the spicy shit. Since you say he likes it hot, he might like that one. I forget what the name of it is, but it burns my asshole out. Let's see here. Strawberry says, I am the opposite of an OG. You are a new sub, a new son of a boot. Y'all are all, look, y'all all family here. It don't really matter. New, old, whether you old, cold, or covered in mold, my friends, everybody is royalty here in Shlockovania. All right. Said, same old stuff, just logged out of Twitch for a long time, so I disappeared until last week. I see, I was going to show up, but you didn't stream for a whole week. That is right. Well, you're here now, my baby, and that is all that matters. Let's see, does the follow command finally work after a year, or no, it does work? Wolf Girls has been following the King of Shlock for 1 year, 8 months, 13 days, 14 hours, 58 minutes, and 24 seconds. That is right. It works like a charm, my friend. Got that thing up and pumping. All right, I had to go into the Nightbot to figure that one out, but everybody wanted it back, so you know what? I went in there and hustled my ass off and did it. Let's see. You said you have a high pain tolerance, but your spice tolerance is pepperoni. Let's see here. Oh, you had COVID? Oh, shit. That sucks. Oh, man. Did your housemate give it to you? Is that why they're a dick? Oh, my God. I've had COVID once. And that one time was enough. All right. God, that sucked. Let's take a look at Dingo here. Little Dingo has been following the King of Shlock for 2 years, 1 month, 2 days, 14 hours, 19 minutes, 38 seconds. 2 fucking years, god damn it, indeed. And Strawberry, let's see yours. All right, following for 5 months, 4 days, 19 hours, 13 minutes, 37 seconds. And I love every single moment of them all. All right, this thing goes grok, which I think means it's coming back out. All right, and now we're going to shoot this snail in its fucking face multiple times. Oh, that is right, Wolfie. Look, Strawberry Doll is an absolute epic human being, all right? She and her friend Vampsy came in after a match in Dead by Daylight. And right away, I mean, Strawberry Doll just got down to it, all right? She has absolutely been one of the best things that has ever happened to my stream, and I love her for it. If you've seen how good my Discord looks now, how it's got all the bells and whistles and whatnots to it, that is all because of Strawberry Doll. Dingo says the days just melt into one in this chat. They do. They do indeed. And it has been 2 years. Wolfie, I still remember when you first came in out of nowhere and it just absolutely blew up all of my goals for the night. You rolled in and absolutely perfected everything. I can tell you one thing, though, the lag hasn't changed. Why, am I laggy? Let me know. I don't seem to be laggy. I don't see any lag issues here. Oh, lordy now. Hello, Anxiety, my old friend. Let's see here. Dingo says, I got hit with the hate one a mod for me. No lags for me. Beautiful. Wolfie says, you just have one person in the corner that shows up and disappears once in a while. I wish you would show up more. All right, more showing up, less disappearing. There, Wolf Girl. That's what we need around here. Now, let me see here. Wolfie says, or somebody says, no lags for me. Good. Good. Maybe it's on your end there, Wolf Girls. I mean, I'm looking at my bit rates. Nothing is dropping or anything like that, so. But sometimes these retro games, I think because of the, I don't know if it's because of the pixels or whatever, will cause like my, they won't make the stream lag, but they will make my camera and everything like blur the fuck out. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. That's why I don't play a lot of retro anymore. Apparently retro plays hell on my damn visuals. Dingo says, we love the fam getting around this bitch. You damn right about that, baby. Yeah, damn right about that one. So anyway, we have survived the first boss fight. We've survived Welk the Snail. All right, and we have made our way into the town of Narc. See, when it's doing shit like that, when it's doing the shit like that with all the fucking pixelated squares, man, I think that's what's messing it up. All right, we have a quote pulled up by Dingo. Quote number 34, is everyone coming? I opened the box. Ah, yeah, that was from a, I usually don't know the references always, but that was definitely from a game of Dead by Daylight. And that was definitely when I was maybe playing Pinhead. Maybe some pin to the head. Let's see what we got here. We have another one from Wolf Girls, quoted up, number 10. Says, I like my women like I like my fruit snacks, gushers. That is from my good buddy Sergeant McIntyre. All right, Dingo has a personal one as well. Christ on a fucking breadstick. This is a Wendy's. From Dingo, 2024. Quote number 26. I feel like cats are waiting for a software update that never came. Which I apparently said in 2023. That is very true. That is very true. They kind of are, okay? They're just constantly out of sync with the latest upgrade. That's cats for you. Alright, so the game is opened up now, and Terra is being hunted down by the Narsh guards, alright? Because, well, they just busted into town in their Magatech armor and kind of wreaked fucking havoc. Let's say, I used to look into the quotes. I can't remember which are good. Oh, they're all good, Wolfie. Like, this one right here is one of my personal favorites. Imagine shaving some rind from Joe Pesci's behind. I have no idea why I ever said that. That one right there is a mystery to me. But I said it. It's there. The proof is in the pudding. Kier coming in with a raid. Welcome on in there, Kier. How was your stream, my baby? Let's get a shout out for Kier. Welcome on in, my baby. Strawberry says, sometimes Caleb just says things, and it's great. That is a true statement. Kier, welcome in, baby. How was your stream? Yeah. Tell Moose Knuckle what's up for me. Don't be gone long. I ain't seen you in forever there, Wolfie. Let's see here. You also follow Kier? You know how long it has been? Well, look, us members of the Big Dick Committee, we all take care of each other. And Kier is a proud member of the Big Dick Committee. She is a card-carrying Big Dicketeer all day long, okay? One of my favorite nieces right there. If you're not following Kier, do yourself a favor. Make a good decision for once and go on over to her stream drop a follow and show some love to my friend and yours, the one and only, the irrepressible, the undeniable, Kier herself. Let's see now. Tonight we're doing Retro Night there, Kier. For anybody just joining, this is Final Fantasy VI T Edition. Alright, as you can see, I have played a little bit of it. You see those other two save files? I have never been able to get very far in it at all. This game is designed to crush your soul and your spirit. But I'm a master of Final Fantasy VI, right? So how can it possibly fuck me over? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out as the nights go on. Alright, I don't know. I couldn't beat this one when I was just playing it by myself because I just could not keep up with the hate from this game. But maybe if I play it with all of your support, all of you rooting me on, maybe we get somewhere with it. Who knows? Who cares? I do. I do. We do. We do. Who controls the British crown? Who keeps metric system down? We do. We do. Ah, yes, I said rooting to an Aussie. Oh my god, I know why that's so funny to y'all. That is right. If you say rooting to an Aussie, you're saying something completely different than what you think you're saying. You're saying fucking. That's right. The Aussies like to have their words for everything. And rooting definitely means giving the old bono. Kier, there you are, my baby. How was your stream tonight? How was your stream? How have you been doing? I miss you as always. What did you play tonight? How far did you get? What did you do? Give me some highs. Share some lows if you want to. Let me know how your night was all around. We're just doing some retro rando tonight. Kind of getting back into my retro roots a little bit. You know, a lot of the nights that I don't stream, it's just because I don't have the desire to really play anything current. And so I'm just kind of like getting back into retro a bit at a time. I've kind of stayed away from retro because I don't know how much people like watching retro. But I'm just kind of like, fuck it. I'm gonna play it anyway. I mean, I would rather play a retro game than not stream at all. And I love me some Final Fantasy VI. So, and this being the T edition makes it kind of special because this is a modded version of this game that is considered to be the best mod of the game ever made. The reason why I'm just getting around to it now is because they only recently put out a English translated version of it. This was a Japanese ROM hack, and for years there was no localized version at all. So, but somebody finally sat down and did God's work and got this in English. So if anybody in here is familiar with the Final Fantasy series, 6 to be particular, that's what you're looking at right here. It is for the most part the same story from the original Final Fantasy VI, but there's a lot of subtle changes into it, right? There's a lot of things that are different. Mostly it's just far more difficult. Alright, this game is very unforgiving. The experience points that you get for battles is set down super low in this one, which I think was done to deter grinding. People like me who will just say, well, fuck your challenge. I'll just sit here for a day and a half and just mindlessly grind levels. Well, this game is like, alright, well, I hope you like doing it for like a year and a half. Alright, because the experience points are sadly deprived in this one. Here you said you played a little bit of everything. Marvels, Fortnite, DBD. Beautiful. How was DBD? How was your Dead by Daylight? Did you have any awesome moments? So Dingo, you said you were dealing with COVID. Let me ask you, where are you at with it now? Are you over it? Are you fully recovered? Because when I had COVID, it was... I mean, like the first couple of days, I suffered, let me tell you. Like, that shit was every bit as bad as they say it is, alright? Like, COVID is not overhyped. It is accurately hyped. It fucking sucked. It was so bad that my doctor wrote me a prescription for Tylenol 3. Just so I could get through the coughing, which was horrible. And I guess just so I could be a little bit high and not have to be as suffering as I was. I was like, well, I'll just eat these here opioids and I'll have no complaints at all. Alright, so here comes Locke. Oh, and all the characters are in new gear as well. I don't know if you can really tell. If you're not familiar with the game, you probably don't even notice the difference, but there's a huge difference, okay, in how they are dressed. So for Final Fantasy VI nerds like myself, that's a big deal. Strawberry says, one of your friends got hospitalized for it a while ago. I hope COVID never finds me. I hope it never finds you either, my baby. Because it's no fun. It's no bueno. But, like I said, I've only had it the one time, and at least one time that I know of. I thought that I had it back in 2020 or 2021, like when it first came out. I was, like, convinced I had it. And I may have, like, the test may have just come back, like, negative or whatever, but it may have still been a positive. Because, I mean, I was hurting for a solid fucking week, so... Alright, so here's where we're going to set up our little human barricade right here. Doot. And where's Mog? We find Mog, and we're going to strip him of his equipment, because fuck him. Let's see, there he is. Empty his ass out, and we're going to go over to Locke, who may be able to take advantage of at least, yeah, that mithril shield. That'll make him better. Well, let's see here. He said, DBD was good. You had a friendly night. To which Dingo says, friendly night? I don't believe it. Kier says, I got to go to bed, though, because I got to take my mom an hour and a half away for emergency mammogram. All right. Well, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Thank you so much for coming in and seeing me after your stream. All right. All my love goes out to you and your mom. And I will see you on the next one. Strawberry says, I had like 4 friendly wraiths today. Are friendly wraiths common, do you think? Do you see a lot of friendly wraiths? I feel like you might. I feel like, you know, friendly wraiths are probably more likely than, like, a friendly knight. Alright, here we go. Let's see. This is going to be our first somewhat tough battle. This woolly mammoth is just coming in and hitting us with fucking combos. And as you can see, they have already, like, done a fairly thorough job of fucking this party up. Locke is already down to less than 100 goddamn hit points. I mean, like... Yeah, why is he getting double hits? That mammoth is not supposed to get double hits. I'm telling you, this game is not friendly. Let's see here. I usually do not, but they were sweeties today. I loved it. That is just proof that, you know, you are impossible to not be sweet to. You said, we're a little nervous. Well, I hope everything is okay. Definitely come in. Let me know how it turns out. Let me know your mom is good to go. I guarantee you she will be. But give me that confirmation. Dingo says, I don't like a race. They tend to rail me while I'm slugged. Strawberry says, you tamed a singularity. Very, very, very nice. I don't think I've ever played against a singularity. I would be afraid to run into a singularity because I feel like if you're good with singularity, you're just good in general. I feel like singularities are like nurses, you know? It's like if you see somebody who's good at it, they're probably just extremely cracked at the entire game of Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I feel like that's the sitch that you're probably in. Because to me anyway, singularity is just a difficult killer to get good with. I have tried because I thought it would be really cool to, like, kind of main Singularity. Or not main him, but, you know, like, to at least be competent with him. I figured would be kind of cool, but I don't think it's in my, cards. All right, let me potion up a little bit here because these guys are kicking my ass. Strawberry says, I run into them all the time. I am soft for them after learning to play them. I wish I could learn to play them. Alright, I know what killers are not going to work with me, and Singularity is one that ain't gonna be my cup of tea. It just ain't gonna do it. Let's see, Dingo says, I played a few Weskers. Then again, I'll do anything for a Wesker. Really? Let me try to do my Wesker impression here. Really, is that true? Would you do anything for a Wesker?
Wesker wants feet pics. Wah! Just send them to the King of Shlock's DM. He's my buddy. He'll make sure I get them. Wah!
Let's see, Strawberry says, I do get to the basement hook when I try to be friends a lot, though. I mean, like, it really depends. Like, if you catch a killer that's having a bad night, like, yeah, you probably not going to tame them because they probably, like, desperate for any chance to get a win. Dingo says, bet. I was like, if I'm having a rough night, if I'm getting my ass kicked by, like, every single team of survivors, and then I finally have a chance to get, like, a W, like, I always feel bad about it, but I'm like, no, I'm going to have to railroad the piss out y'all because I need a win. I need a win desperately, and, you know, it's like, oh, you're taking that time to let me boop that snoot. I'm sorry to tell you, my friend, but I'm going to have to use that opportunity to hook your ass. I don't want to do it. I love being a friendly killer. I think it's fun, and I think it's, you know, it shows a cool chill side to you, especially as a streamer, but some nights, and y'all have seen me have my bad nights in Dead by Daylight. Y'all have seen me have my bad nights in DBD where I'm just like, damn, I need a W. I need a W in the worst kind of way. And the first person that shows up that's giving me that chance, yeah, I'm taking that dub. So Mod just did a move called the Poison Frog. And it actually managed to kill a couple of animals. Look out now. Strawberry says, you've done that before too, hell yeah. That's how it be. That is how it be, baby. It feels kind of like a cheap win, but in a lot of ways, I'm just like, if I'm having a really bad night, I need one good win in order to usually, like, snap me out of, like, the losing cycle. So it's like, if I can get this one W in, you know, I'll be good for the rest of the night. But if I'm on a losing streak, oh yeah, man, like, I'm not going to get good until I get a win. Let's see now. Dingo says, I don't mind getting my ass run as a killer until I'm doing challenges. Strawberry says, I will never forget when I met a streamer after a match and I had absolutely wrecked them because I went against a bully squad before and they were so chill. Yeah, I think I've been in that situation before where I've run into a bully squad or something, and it's like, I really feel bad for the next person I go up against because if I get the chance, I am going to play so hard and so evil. Like, there's been nights that I've played so hard and evil that I've just been like, I hope they're not chill. I'm like, oh Lord, I hope this person's an asshole so that I don't feel bad about what I'm just about to do here. All right, here's the boss fight, everybody, for those of you following the game here. So this is the guard leader. All right, leader spelled with no E because they ran out of letters, I guess. The guard letter. And 2 silver lobos. All right, not to be confused with the non-silver variety. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot. I don't have auto attack on this one. I just have to push the buttons. Let's see here. Dingo says, I unintentionally railed a baby team, not even 5 minutes against me, and they were dead as hell. Tell me about that. Strawberry says, my brother made an entire team DC today, and he was not being mean or anything. Well, who was he playing as? Who did he make a DC? Well, that quick, especially. But, you know, y'all have seen it happen before on nights where I've just been having a good match. Not a sweaty match. Not a cheap match. No camping. No tunneling. And they just all DC. A lot of times I'll notice if one DCs, the rest will follow. Oh, damn. So, all right, there's something new in this one. In the original game, the guard leader could not summon additional freaking Lobos. I don't know if y'all just noticed here, but this asshole summoned another freaking Lobo out of nowhere. I'm about to make these Lobos into hobos. All right, it's about to be deados. Well, that's what's about to happen, right? He just killed Mogwell. Or Mogliel, or whatever his stupid fucking name is. Alright, here we go. It's just us and the guard leader. He better not summon any more dogs. Alright, hit him with that poison frog, baby. It's that poison frog. Gonna hump you with the style of dog. Gonna shit you out like a big old log. Gonna make you sit and suck my hog with my poison frog. Let's see, Chucky or Nurse. Oh, either one of those can definitely generate some heat. You as a pig? Oh, hell yeah, baby the pig. You know that's my baby right there. Look, Strawberry just got us a new pig emote coming out soon. So get ready for that. Y'all know we love our sweet lady hogs around here, okay? Y'all know that. Alright, so we have survived the attack of the Narsh guards. Alright, Locke is rescuing Tara, getting her out of harm's way, I suppose you could try and say. Alright, he's sitting there checking her out. Pull the switch. There you go. Boom, out you go. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Said, open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Let's see now. Strawberry says, I usually get 4Ks with Spirit or Pig, but I rarely end up making Survivors DC. Who would ever want to DC against you, Strawberry? You're so sweet and fun to be around. Even if you were stomping my ass in a game, I would still be chill with that. And I would still be chill. Because it's you. Because only you can make me feel this way. Only you. Alright, so we have survived the opening of the game. I don't want to go in here and learn anything from these assholes, but I do want to get to their free like life water right there. That's going to restore us all to 100%. We're going to get on out the door here. We are going to save our game. All right, and there we go. So far, so good. Let's see. First time I played Chucky, 0 perks, fucked them up on Larry's. But you are savage though, Strawberry or Dingo. I don't know if you're more savage as a survivor or more savage as a killer, but you are savage either way. Maybe with both. Strawberry says, my friend Lily says, my spirit is scary. Look, next time we do open lobby night, I will have to do a custom, and I'll play against your spirit, right? I'll put my James Sunderland up against your spirit and get my ass whipped by her, I'm sure. Only you can make the darkness bright. You're a gin jockey? Ah, so you're the one that, like, doesn't even... You're the one when the bully squad shows up. You're the one not doing all the shenanigans. You're off in the background fixing gins while your 3 buddies are sitting there making the killer cry like the bitch that they are. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta be... I like to think that I'm a gin jockey, too. I always build my build is always like a gin repair. That's what I like. You know, that's where I'm comfortable. That's my zone. Let's see here. Alright, let's see. Strawberry says, you are also the gin jockey? Or healer? He said, you cannot loop for help. My either. My either. Me either. Right, somehow meant to say, but fuck that up. Talking is hard. Talking is hard when you're playing Final Fantasy VI, the T edition. I don't know what the T stands for. Maybe it stands for terrible. But so far, it's not been that terrible, all right? So far, we are rocking and rolling. Welcome back, Wolfie. How is my good friend and yours, the Moose Knuckle, doing tonight? I love me some Moose Knucks. Y'all know me. I love me the Moose Knuckle. All right, in we go. We have made it to Edgar's Castle. All right, this is when we get our 3rd party member. And we're almost done with the very boring sort of intro part of the game. You know, every Final Fantasy game has a very long, sort of drawn-out opening. Let's see here. You got caught up in talking to Moose about slamming bugles. Bugles like the musical instrument? Like that? Oh, right here. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see what we can get going on here. This part's a little bit drawn out. Edgar's Castle. Yes, and the dogs. Dogs? Dogs? Dinner dog? Let's see. Somehow the topic ended up on drywall and bugles. Okay. Dingo says, yeah, I may vanish into the darkness after an unhook to fuck up those gens. That's how I like to think of myself, yes. Get back in there and slam generators. And that's where I like to think I belong. Wolfie, how about yourself? How would you describe your Dead by Daylight playstyle? All right. Dingo says, I'm hitting all your favorite songs. Beautiful. I like to believe that I'm your favorite all the way. That was just that was a completely new song, an original release I just did for you just now. All right, so Dingo and Strawberry, tell me, how would y'all describe your killer playstyle? Mainly, if you had to summarize it kind of into one sentence. Strawberry says, if I have to be on a gen, I will glue myself to that motherfucker no matter how close the killer gets. Whoopi says, I love playing a Nemesis and terrorizing people 24/7 and receive hate messages 24/7 too. Absolute menace. I don't think, I mean, I've received hate messages in, like, the end game chat. I'm trying to think if I ever, somebody did at me on Twitter one time to insult my gameplay. Actually, they did. And I mean, I think it was in response to a post where I was just like, hey, I'm going live tonight, blah, 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 whatever. And I think the reply was something along the lines of, yeah, you're a camping, tunneling piece of shit. Wolfie says, on the console, the messages get bad, like real bad. It's super funny, though. Strawberry says, I try to be stealthy and casual with the spirit, but if survivors do really well or bully, I play pretty aggressively. That's how you gotta be, baby. That's how you gotta be. You just gotta, like, say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be toxic. Camp all the stupid fucks and make their tears fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you make them rave. Tunnel all those virgins out until their tears dry out. Let's see here. Dingo says, killer playstyle, well, Lightborn agitation, spies from the shadows. Can't remember my last one, so I'm nasty. See, Whoop says, if they're noobs, it's free blood points. I'm slamming to the bugle and I'm out. There you are with the bugle again. What is up with y'all talking about these bugles tonight? Is slamming the bugle slang for, like, you know, beating your meat? It's like, you know, the other day my wife walked in on me looking at some porno because I was busy slamming my bugle. I was all like, thinking about changing your perk setup, but oh shit, I actually added an extra thing there. I turned his name into Sabina. Strawberry says here, I used to avoid certain survivors in fear of accidentally tunneling, and now I'm just like, if you're in my way, then it's not tunneling, damn straight. Dingo says, thinking about changing your setup to what, might I ask? Wolfie says, LO Bugle is just a word I just came to mind and find funny for some reason. Oh, it's definitely funny. It's not funny when my wife came in and caught me, you know, playing my bugle. But, you know, I was like, she walked in on me honking my horn to porn, porn, porn. Let's see. I had to grab my dick and double click for that porn, porn, porn. Let's see. Bugles are dogs, but the chips are nice too. Strawberry says, I want peanut butter bugles. Oh, wait. All right. So you're talking about beagles, aren't you? Because they howl like that, right? Because they're like, woo, 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 woo. Is that what it is? All right, because my cousin Linda has called beagles bugles before because of their goofy-ass bark. Is that what's finally going on here? Am I caught up? All right. I keep reading it as budgies. And those are burbs. And also, correct me if I'm wrong there, but little dingo, aren't budgies also? Isn't that another Aussie term for like nut huggers? Bugles are dogs, beagles are different. All right, what the hell is a bugle's dog then? And do share this meme here. But dingo, yeah, isn't like the banana hammock, swim trunks, Speedos or whatever, aren't those called budgies? You said you're going to go full autopilot soon. Surge, Grim Embrace, Pain Res, and probably Tinker. Hawk, welcome on in, my friend. How are you doing tonight? We're doing some retro wonderment here, okay? This is a game that I am a master of. This is a game that I can play in my sleep, except for the fact that this is the ROM hack called Final Fantasy VI T Edition. Alright, the T stands for terrifying because this game is unforgivingly difficult. Alright, it is famously over-the-top hard, even for old, crusty retro streamers like myself. This game says, I gives no fucks, and I will drag your ass through the broken glass that is your present, your future, and your past if you try to play me. So, I'm trying to play it and not get dragged through all that stuff I just said. Budgie Smugglers, there it is. Wolfie says, I'm not sure, might have just to pull a receipt bugle on him. Strawberry says, this just sounds like someone who goes into pet stores and puts birds in their pockets. What? Puts birds in their pockets. Oh, check this out. Y'all look up this breed of bird called a Quaker. It's a kind of parrot, and I want one. All right, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get one because my wife is not a fan of birds. She says they're too loud and they squawk and all that kind of stuff. But look up Quaker parrots. They're the cutest thing in the world, and we have wild Quaker parrots here in New Orleans. That is right. At some point in time, I don't know if it was in the 70s or the 80s or whatever, but I guess a whole lot of parrots got out and into the city and just stayed. So there are certain neighborhoods in New Orleans where there are Quakers everywhere. But they are feral as hell. Like, you're not going to catch them and make a pet out of them. Let's see here. Quakers are sweet babies, but you would have to do a lot of research. They live quite a long time. Yes, I read that they can live upwards of 30 years. At this point, they might outlive me. Books flights New Orleans. Indeed, Dingo. You need to get down here. All of y'all do. You need to come through. All right, and let your uncle take you out for a night on the Bourbon Street. I'll get you fucking plenty slackered up. We'll have a good ass time, all right? Telling you. If you haven't booked a flight to New Orleans yet, you need to make it on your itinerary, all right? Let Unc take you out on the town and show you how to have a good time in New Orleans style. Pigeons are they're birds, but they cannot be taught many tricks and such like parrots. I'm gonna tell you though, I have tried to teach these damn parrots to talk. I had parakeets when I was a kid. I had 3 parakeets at different times. And according to the pet store owners, because, you know, I'm old, so it wasn't like I looked it up. I had to actually ask the person. But they were like, yes, parakeets can talk. And I remember I looked up parakeets in the old-ass, outdated encyclopedias that my grandparents had at their house. All right, the fucking Encyclopedia Britannica there. It said that parakeets could learn to talk, and I tried forever to teach these damn things to talk, and they would not do it. They weren't into it. One of their names was Sid, because we named him after Sid Vicious, because the day that we brought him home from the pet store, like, my grandmother was trying to help my mom get it out of the little box and into the bird cage, and it pecked Granny. And she was like, oh, he's vicious. So he became known as Sid for Sid Vicious. Let's see. Also, I recently discovered diamond doves. Diamond doves, literally just tiny pigeons. Oh, I gotta look them up. Hold on. Diamond doves. All right. Dingo says, I need a trip down Bourbon Street, experience the true nightlife whenever you're ready, my baby. Whenever you are ready. And this goes for all of you. Come on down and I will show you the best time. I promise. Oh, they're adorable. Look at these little bastards. Oh my god. They are diamondy too. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. I think there he is. There he is. Look at that cutie pie. Oh yeah, beauty baby. Budgies can't talk, but it takes a lot. My friend even has a and he does not really want to talk. He just says his name. Well, that's more than shit. Some people. You're going to be visiting at some point. I want you to. You said it's on your bucket list. Has been since I first watched the originals. You said they are more eye than body, and you love it. Burb indeed, dingo. Hawk says it should be illegal to be that cute. Well, if being cute was illegal there, Hawk, you'd be in jail, so be glad it's not. Okay, so what is a budgie as far as birds go? Hold on, I gotta look that up now. Hold on, budgie. Oh, okay, it is a, oh, it's like a parakeet, okay. Oh, they're so cute! Oh my god, I love this budgie! Oh my god, look at this freaking Sir Reginald looking gentleman right here. Look how distinguished! Oh my god! All right, I gotta get myself a parakeet at least. I'm gonna have to I don't know how I'm gonna talk my wife into that one, but god damn, man, Bird City is calling me, and it is saying, "Get your ass here." You said you flatterer, you Hawk. I only speak the truth. Dingo, you love pigeons? Oh my god, you and Strawberry have so much to talk about then. Do you even know that Strawberry has 2 pigeons with her right now? Did you even know that? Did you even know that within arm's length of Strawberry Doll right now are pigeons? Look, Dingo didn't know. Ooh, it's time to find out. We're gonna scream and shout what it's all about. Gonna have some fun, let it all out. Pigeon time, it ain't no crime. With Dingo and Strawberry, they're gonna get very into this conversation about their friends that are feathery. Of the bird brains, it's no pain, it's no strain, it's all games. When you have Strawberry and Lil Dingo on their very own Parakeet show. There we go, I made a whole intro for it. That is right, they are in the server there, Dingo. Go in there and look them up. Alright. You're going to see them, and you're going to smile from ear to shining ear. From sea to shining sea. Oh my god, this is the one reason why I don't stream Final Fantasy more often, is because of how long it takes to get the game kind of rolling. It takes 2 to toucan. That's another bird I'd love to have, is a toucan. I would love to have me a toucan. They are cool, and I think they are oftentimes overlooked. But they got big old beaks and big old hearts. Takes 2 to toucan. It takes 2 to have a toucan. Alright, it takes 2 to have a big old fan. It takes 2 to make a bowl of flan. It takes 2 to jack off with these hands. Let's see. Strawberry says, glad you appreciated them. The McDonald's worker did not like Fifi when I took him on an adventure with me in his backpack. Well, that's too damn bad now, isn't it? I hope your bird goes back in there and pecks that employee. Gives him a real good pecking. You said you're going to get a gala cockatoo. Alright, here we go now. This is going to be a tough battle against the Magi Tech Armored Soldiers. Damn, they're doing big damage too. Holy shit. Alright, this game is heartless and it is evil. Let's get it on. Alrighty. We have to immediately cure. We have to immediately go into a cure. These 2 assholes opened up with big damage. This is like an easy part. Why are you hitting back already, my boy? Holy shit. Terra, do the goddamn spell. Thank you. Everything is so hard in this game. Oh yeah, this is the part where they freak out and act like they... Locke has literally seen Terra use magic several times. Ping me harder, big boy. If ping is, you know, slang for peg, then I would very much like you to ping me, dingo. I'll call you Little Pingo. Why they call her Little Pingo? Because she pegged me in my butt. She told me to bend over, and I was like, hey, what? But before she would clarify, my pants were around my ankles. She said, bend him over, and then two people came out and were like, aye, aye, Captain. And then they bent me over, and Dingo came out with the strap and said, get ready, it's going in deep to back your teeth, gonna feel this tap. And that was it. Let's see here. There's another famous song for you right there, Dingo. Okay, it is a tribute to the Spice Girls, who I would love to have been pegged by all 5 of them. Even Sporty. A lot of people didn't give Sporty her credit, you know. A lot of people was like Sporty was like the least attractive Spice Girl, but you know what? I would have loved Sporty as much as any of the other ones. My tune is always your thank you very much, there, Hawk. Well, you know, your appreciation of my mindless nonsense is not only a treat, but it is a affirmation for my life there, Hawky, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. And I say that in all seriousness. Y'all are all absolutely amazing. I love you all. You're in here watching this boring-ass game, and I'm about to lose at it. Holy shit, hold on. Like, I just looked down and saw how fucking weak they are. That's right. Only attack Edgar. Oh, goddamn, that hits everybody. When does Magi Tech Laser hit everybody? It famously only hits one person. Oh my god. Kill it. Just kill it, Locke, for God's sake. Thank you. Oh my god. Huck says you personally love retro games, just rarely get to play them. Kind of the same, kind of the same. Alright, I mean, I play a lot of retro games when I'm not streaming them. But here lately, I'm kind of like, you know, a lot, it's like I was saying earlier to Dingo and Strawberry and them, it's kind of like a lot of the nights that I don't stream, it's not that I don't want to stream, it's just that I don't want to stream whatever I've been streaming. And I kind of, like I said, I kind of stepped away from retro games for a while because, like, when I started getting into modern games, like, you know, my viewership picked up a lot. I started getting a lot more followers and stuff like that. So I kind of, I may have strayed too far from my retro roots, honestly. If you want to get a legit emulator, there's one on Steam. It's what I'm playing this game on right now. It's called RetroArch. Alright, so it's on the level. It's above board because it is actually a Steam download. It's a little bit of a bitch to figure out how to use, granted. It's not the easiest emulator to figure out, but once you do, it's actually a really good emulator. It works very good. Dingo says she needs pigeons. I need peggings. Let's see here. Strawberry says, they have been my favorite pet by far, and I only had them for half a year. Birds in general take plenty of research, but it's so worth it. Fifi thinks I'm his wife, and Philly owns my closet. I want a Quaker. I want a Quaker. I want a Quaker. I want a Quaker. I really want a Quaker. I really want a... God, I want a Quaker so bad. Oh, it works every time there, Hawk. It works every single time. So yeah, definitely, and I can help you set it up if you want, if you do end up getting it, because, you know, Ouija Mancer ended up having to help me get this one figured out, and by help me, I mean he kind of did everything for me, but once we got it going, it was worth the time and effort, 100%. Alright, take a Phoenix down for her. I would use a tent, but there's a Fountain of Life right as soon as you walk in here, and I'm actually I don't trust this game not to attack me with monsters before I get to it, so let me go ahead and just do the smart thing. We're going to send this mad lad on his way. All right, bye-bye, mad lad. Have yourself a shitty night. Let's see here. You just said Quaker so many times it started sounding like not a word. That's because it's not a word, Strawberry. It's a way of life. And it's a way of life that I need to embrace. Oh my God, I want to get a Quaker so bad. They're so cute. Oh my God, and they have wild ones right in New Orleans. Right in New Orleans. In fact, one of my best friends used to live in a section of city. It's close to UNO, and it's called the Lake Vista part of town. All right, and the street they moved into had Quakers in the trees. Right outside in their front yard. I remember my friend's mom was all like, "Oh, Caleb, if you go out there and you look in the tree, you might see a parrot. They got parrots out here." And they did. Let's see. Strawberry says here, catch Caleb at 2 a.m. Googling how to have a Quaker and hide it from wife. You damn right. Quaker is a disciplinary exercise, says Hawk, and you're also damned right about that. Y'all are both correct. Correct on both accounts. This game needs to ease up. This game needs to ease up. I am supposed to be a master of this game, and I'm getting my freaking... I almost lost to the 2 Magicite soldiers. Like, they're nobodies. They're jobbers. They're jabronis. They're like Barry Horowitz from WCW and WWF. I don't know if any of y'all are old school wrestling fans enough to know who Barry Horowitz is, but he was a guy that lost, like, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 300 matches in a row. And before he won like a couple of matches. All right, that was Barry Horowitz. The guy was so lame, he just wrestled under his real name, which was Barry Horowitz. He didn't even try to make it sound cool. All right, he didn't even try to be like, big Barry Horowitz or, bombastic Barry Horowitz. No, it was just, I'm surprised he didn't just put like Mr. in his title, like Mr. Barry Horowitz or Barry Horowitz II or some shit. All right, so Hawk, a Quaker is like a little parrot. It's like a little miniature parrot, and I need it. But Shlock is definitely over average. Like, you damn right about that, my boy. That is right, my boy. It's a big old dong, and it hangs down my pants because it is so long. It's only 2 inches from the ground. It's only 2 inches from the ground. It's like an elephant's trunk in my pants. It goes, boo. You give it peanuts to bust a nut, and it does go, boo. When you see me coming, you know that my zipper's probably down because my Johnson's too big. And that's a new song just for you right there. That one is called My Johnson, and then in parentheses it says, because it's too big. All right, just for y'all. I'm busting out all of the hits tonight, okay? Dingo, you got me singing in here. That's what happens. You don't come in enough no more, Dingo, all right? So when you do, I get overly excited. I've been missing you too much, all right? You got to start attending all of it. Said Fifi is going fluff mode to clean himself. He's going fluff mode because I'm singing to him. He needs a monster condom for his Magnum Dawn. You right about that. It's like, I can't even use a Trojan. I gotta use a whole Glad bag. And the person who's the most glad is whoever is getting this big old Johnny boy. They are gonna enjoy. I vibrate better than a sex toy. Let's see, you missed that song, you'll have to start over. You're gonna have to find the VOD for it because I don't remember them shits. As soon as it comes out of my mouth I've already forgotten it. Alright, my only skill, my only talent that I bring to the world of amateur broadcasting is my ability to somewhat competently riff. And that's it. Well, that's the only thing I contribute. All right, so you gotta take it in the moment because when it's gone, it's gone. I don't even remember it. Whoa, there's an enemy on the screen called a steel bat, and he's a cutie pie. I don't even want to kill him. That's something else I want is a bat. I want a pet bat so bad. Like, if I had a chance to have a Quaker or a bat, I would go with the bat. I ain't gonna lie. Can y'all imagine having that on stream? People just come in and I just had a little sucker sitting right there. My God, I would probably be partnered in like a week because people would just come in to want to see the bat. And that's all it would be. I mean, I would have that definitely as a subscriber reward right there. Like, you sub, you get to see the bat. They're the cutest. Bats are so good. Let me ask you something, that little dingo. I know they got them in Australia. You ever see them giant-ass fruit bats? I think they call them like flying foxes. Them things is enormous. They are like flying puppies, is what they are. Raccoons are cute as hell, yes. You know, I don't think I really appreciated raccoons until I started watching this YouTube channel of this guy that has like an entire army of them in his backyard. And yeah, they are great. Possums as well. Possums also don't get the love that they deserve. Possums are actually super sweet, super cute, and contrary to popular belief, they actually don't carry diseases. Because they can't carry rabies, because apparently a possum's blood, or its body temperature is too low for the rabies virus to actually survive in it. Yeah, Strawberry, damn, see, while you were typing it, I was saying it, baby. That's right. Let's see here. We have them, and their wingspan is ridiculous. Yeah, those bats, yes. Have you ever been able to pet one? I've been watching these like Aussie rescue channels where this lady has like a bunch of those bats that she rescues, and they put like the pacifiers in their mouth, and they're so adorable with the pacifiers in their mouth. And then sometimes they'll feed them like a giant nanner, just a big old banana right in the mouth, and you know, you see like, it is the cutest thing ever. Like, I love everything about those bats, and I need them in my life. But sadly, they are not present. Americans and opossums. Aussie has possums. The difference is what? Now, if you're talking about those Australian possums, yes. They don't look anything like our possums. The Australian ones look more like kind of they kind of look like a badger or something like that, I believe. I've seen the Aussie ones before, and yeah, ours look like a weird, like, failed science experiment. Our possums, nothing looks right about them. It's like I would struggle to tell you, like, exactly what's wrong with them, but I can tell you the wrongness of them is just the total lack of rightness in our possums. They're cute, but they're ugly. They're ugly, but they're cute. Yeah. Whoa, I got a headgear. Nice. Headgear. Put it on your head. Boom. All right, let's go ahead and hop into bed here. I think we get a free nap here. They do look goober. That is correct. Lemur. That is correct. They do have lemur-y faces. That is what I was struggling to think. Lemur, yes. I broke my femur trying to throw a lemur all the way across my beamer. Let's see. Ugly cute like Pete Davidson? Accurate, my friend. I can't disagree with you on that comment. That is very true. Pete Davidson is ugly cute. That is or Quentin Tarantino, I would say, would probably qualify as ugly cute. Steve Buscemi also maybe could fall into that category. Let's see. Oh, damn! Why he had a zapper so hard? I'm telling you, this game is fucking mean for no reason. There's no reason why this random fucking enemy needed to hit that goddamn hard and do that much damage. It's a rando, like, NPC enemy. It's got no business hitting that hard. It doesn't need to. It's not a fucking boss. Damn right there, Strawberry. Like, I don't know what these things' problems is, but there's no reason for it to be that aggressive. Does the end bring her back to life? Yeah, okay, at least it does that much. Jesus. Hell, Hawk says, show him what for. Oh, I did. Him's dead. Him's dead. And folks, on that note, it is bedtime for Bonzo right here. One thing that I'm doing with these new retro streams is I am trying to discipline myself to keep them a little shorter. You know, and try to just kind of maximize the time. This won't be my new streaming format. Don't worry about that. My regular, like, DVD, like, modern game streams will still be as they always have. But these, like, random, like, super late weeknight streams like this one, I am trying to kind of work on, you know, keeping them a little shorter. You know, just chilling out with the folks for a little while and then going to bed when I'm tired, which I am right now. Said you would go to jail for a fucking meerkat? Me too, Dingo. Me too. All right, folks, check it out. Thank you so much for being in here with me tonight. I love all of you, and I appreciate all of your time, and I appreciate all of your attention. Thank you so very much for hanging out. We will do another one of these very soon. So there's my Discord link. If you're not following it, please do. There's my social medias. If you're not stalking me, please start. And I will get all of y'all on the next stream. Thank you, though, one more time. Y'all could have been anywhere tonight doing anything with anyone, anywhere, but you chose to be here with me. And that means the world to me. Thank you so very much, all of you. Strawberry, Dingo, Hawk, Waldo, Wolf Girl, everyone else who contributed, participated, and hung out with me tonight. I so love you. Thank you so much for making this my favorite late night thing to do. To come and hang out with all of you. Good night to you, Hawk. Y'all have a wonderful night. Keep your eyes peeled for the next stream. It'll be in the next couple of nights. And we might try some more of this crazy Final Fantasy VI Impossible Edition. And for these retro games, if you have a retro suggestion, all right, any old shit that you'd like to see me take a swing at, let me know in the Discord. Okay, if I can get the ROM for it, I can play it for you. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you all so very much. See you next time. Good night.